Mindtree is a global IT services company that serves customers in multiple verticals. Some of them are banking and financial services, manufacturing, retail, and high tech. And we have global delivery capabilities not only in offshore locations like India, but also in the US in Gainesville, Florida, as well as in Amsterdam, and another center that is coming up in Australia.
So, in which part of the world your major market share is there?
Our most number of our customers are in the US. So close to about 65% of our business comes from US customers. We have a pretty large presence in Europe too. More than 18-20% of our business is from Europe, and the rest from the rest of the world, both Middle East, Singapore, Australia, and India.
Awesome. So when you say global delivery model, does it mean the on-site offshore model? And if so, then how are you different from Infosys, Cognizant, Wipro, Accenture, and all these big names that we hear?
Yeah, so we are different in a couple of different ways. As far as our value proposition to customers is concerned, it is very much expertise-led. So we build very deep capabilities in certain areas, and especially in the current context, what is called SMAC, which is essentially social, mobile, analytics, and cloud. And this is an area where we have invested very deeply, both at the front end as well as at the back end to build technical capabilities. So there is a fair amount of consultative engagement that is required at the front end with customers. And that is how we believe we bring a lot of differentiation compared to many of our competitors.
Wonderful. So as a president, what are your main challenges in getting business in the United States and in other parts of the world? And how it is different to get business in US and in other parts of the world? How do you compare?
Well, I think acquiring a customer and building a long-term relationship, the basic challenges are the same everywhere. Probably the customer is the most valuable asset for a company. Now, in a highly competitive market like the US, you've really got to project your value proposition in a differentiated way compared to competition. So I think the challenge is the customer has many choices, and you've got to stand out amongst the rest by making sure that your value proposition is special, is unique, and you can execute well too. That is very important today. And once you execute well, you'll have to build a relationship and an engagement model with the customer that is sustainable and long-term. So that basic approach remains the same across all markets. Of course, markets like Asia and India are far more price sensitive than markets in the US and in Europe. So I would say, other than that, the challenges are pretty much the same in most markets.
So recently we heard many H1 visas and L1 visas getting rejected. You know, the immigration norms are getting stringent day by day. So is that one of the challenges that your company being on the global delivery model is facing?
Well, you know, we always had a significant presence proximate to our customers, whether they were in the US or in Europe. So to that extent, the process of clearing visas has become a little bit of a deterrent in terms of the time it takes. But otherwise, as a company, right from the beginning, we were very process conformant. So to that extent, it has not impacted our business in a major way. But I think the more important thing is that right from the beginning, when we were adding value to our customers, we ensured that we had the right kind of presence proximate to the customers. And that has helped us in the long run, really.
Fantastic. And thanks for speaking with IND TV USA today.
Thanks, Jasleen. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.